Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. In this video we will see about Government of India, its division, composition and their procedures. So this is your today's host Tushar. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Firstly, the Government of India is officially called by four names: the Bharat Sarkar, the Government of India itself, the Union Government and the Central Government. The central or the Union Government is created by Constitution into three parts: legislative, executive and the judiciary, each independent. The main administration center of India is New Delhi. According to the Article 300 of the Constitution, Government of India was modeled after the Westminster system. The government comprises of three parts: legislative, executive and the judiciary. The legislative is a rule-making department, executive is a rule applicant department, and third, judiciary is a rule adjustment department. This system is called as check and balance system. All the power by the constitution are vested in the hands of President, Prime Minister, Parliament and the Supreme Court. So the rest of the part will be continued by Parth Bhute.
Thank you, Tushar. Now we'll move further with the topic legislature. A legislature is a deliberative assembly with the authority to make laws for political entities such as a country or city. India's legislature is bicameral. Government is divided into three types: President of India, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. President. The president is a common title for the head of the state in most republics. The head of the state is component of parliament. Under Article 60 and Article 3, the president's responsibility is to ensure laws passed by parliaments are in accordance with constitutional mandate. Bill cannot be passed without the sign of the president. The president of India is elected by the members of the Parliament of India at the state legislature and serves for a term of 5 years. Now the second for the subtopic Rajya Sabha, the upper house. It is also known as the upper house and it consists of members appointed by the president and elected by the state and territorial legislatures. The image of Lok Sabha is presented over here. The upper house is a permanent body, not a subject to dissolution. 1/3 of the members retire every second year and are replaced by newly elected members. Composition. It have 250 members, currently a sanctioned strength of 245 members, of which 233 elected from state and union territories. 12 are dominated by the president. The eligible year is 30 years. Now we'll move further with the further subtopic Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha. It is also known as the lower house. It consists of members elected directly by people in elections. The image of Lok Sabha is presented over here. Now we'll see about its composition. Total 552 members, present 545. 530 members are directly elected from the state and 13 from union territories. Term of 5 years, and Lok Sabha can be dismantled by the president. People nominated from Lok Sabha. Prime Minister nominated by the president and cabinet minister appointed. Now further information would be given by Tushar.
Thank you, Parth. So now we will see about the executive form of government. The executive department is a rule applicant department. These are responsible for everyday management of law and order within the states or the cities. The main executive department's power are rested in the hands of President, Cabinet Ministers and the Prime Minister. The President is the constitutional head of the country. He appoints many high officials within the country. He appoints chairman and member of UPSC, governors of 28 states, Chief Justice of India of Supreme Court and High Court, Attorney General, the Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioners, and officers of all India services like IAS, IFOS and IPS and other central civil services. The next are the Cabinet Ministers. The Cabinet Ministry involves the Prime Minister, the Cabinet Ministry itself and the Minister of the State. Each minister must be member of the Parliament. These are headed by the Prime Minister and advised by the Cabinet Secretary. The Cabinet Ministers are the head of the Indian Administrative Services and other civil services. As per the Article 88 of the Constitution, every minister shall have the right to speak in and to take part in the proceeding of either house, any joint sitting of the houses, and the committee of the Parliament. The next is the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is the head of the government and other cabinet ministers too. The Prime Minister acts as a chief advisor of the President, as the Lok Sabha can only be dismantled by the President only on the advice of PM and other cabinet ministers. PM is a senior member of the cabinet and the executive of the government in the parliamentary system. The powers of PM are that he can select and dismiss other members of the cabinet ministers. He allocates the post to the members within the government. The PM is the presiding member and the chairman of the cabinet and is responsible for the bringing of proposal to the legislation. The next part will be continued by Sufyan.
Here I will explain the judiciary of the Indian government. India's independent union judicial system began under the British. It concept and produced procedures responsible those of Anglo-Saxon countries, inspired from British government system. First is Supreme Court, then it's under High Court and then District Court. Supreme Court, highest judicial form, final court of appeal under the Constitution of India, the highest constitutional court with the power of constitutional review. The Supreme Court of India consists of Chief Justice and 33 Associate Justice. Safeguards fundamental rights of citizens and settle disputes between various governments in country. The law declared by the Supreme Courts become binding on all courts within India. It take up the matter between citizen and government, between two states, appealed by High Court, between union and state government.